I think there's actually more. I think No Palm was also part of the Fast Lane program, but
there's a lot of them sprinkled throughout.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. Next one. I'm the CEO and founder of 2Taste. With 2Taste, we digitize the selling and sourcing of food ingredients. And we do that to save time, to reduce costs, and to unlock growth. Now, what we see in today's world, we see that a lot of time is waste and billions of euros are wasted on inefficient processes in sourcing, product development, and in sales. And that is because we did not embrace the digital transformation. And we're not selling planes, etc., but this is a comparison as before with the phone. So if you look at the 2Taste platform, there's two sides of the platform. There's a seller side of the platform and there's a buyer side of the platform. Going one step deeper, the 2Taste platform simplifies the long tail of sellers. So you can imagine that an ingredient supplier has a long tail of customers that it's servicing. We can simplify that 75% by taking away the transaction, by taking away the cash collection, by taking away the payment terms. We can reduce the sales time with 40% by less traveling, by less follow-up time, and negotiation of the terms. And we can speed up supply by 10x because we keep things in our warehouse on consignment. On the buyer side, the other side of the platform, we see similar things. We can simplify the buying journey with 75% of the complexity. We can reduce the time of procurement people with 40% of the time, and on top of that, we can help ingredient developers to speed up the process of innovation by quick sample production, quick sample submission and delivery. Now, if you look at the market, the problem is a 50 billion problem that we are actually trying to disrupt. Looking at the seller side, it's around 5 billion, the time spent of people. If you look at the buyer side, it's about 45 billion on time that buyers spend. Now, why invest in 2Taste? We have a 3x growth this year from 2.1 million that we actually already done this year, and we have 5 million contracted, and we will end at 7 million. We have a pipeline of 42 million. We add 230 new customers every quarter. Our conversion ratio from visit to customer is 1.6%. Our average order value has tripled this year, 3x, and our reorder rate is 60%. On top of that, the 2Taste platform is digital by the soul of it. So we don't travel to customers. We are a remote office mainly, and that's why we contribute to a lower emission. 25% of the goods that we sell are biological or organic ingredients. Now the team, we have two founders, both industry experts and technology experts. We have a very nice group of advisors, ex-industry leaders, and ex-entrepreneurs, and ex-tech. Invest in 2Taste.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing 2Taste, Jasper. Any questions for Jasper?
Jean, wow.
Jasper, you're sourcing ingredients. Have you discovered new interesting ingredients today?
I think there are some interesting ingredients that I saw today that would be, of course, we also look at whether they are market ready, whether they're ready to scale, because once we start supplying, we need to continuously supply and make sure that our customers can depend on their supply chain. But there are definitely interesting ingredients, for sure.
Thank you. Maybe you have good tips to in the future to make it market ready, more market ready.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Wow. Yeah, we have to go back to you, of course.
Thank you. Of course. I have so many questions, but let's do the easy one. What is the difference between this platform and Amazon?
Well, Amazon is obviously also a marketplace. I think the big difference is that we truly understand the food ingredients industry. We have a long history with the team that we have in the processes. So also the process of food ingredients is a little bit different than buying shoes or something else. It starts typically with a sample, then it starts with scaling up, and then it starts with larger volume. So you need to understand the industry in order to serve them the best. Also, if you look at marketing automation, the kind of content is very different than just promoting shoes, for example.
Amazon sells also ingredients.
Sorry?
Amazon is also selling.
Yeah, they are in their express, but they typically their knowledge base is much less than our knowledge base.
Yes.
Buyers often rely on long-term relationships, and they say, if I need something, I want to know whom to call, and I want to be sure that I get the quality and I get it fast.
Yeah.
How do you argue about this?
Yeah, so that's why we have a vetted platform with vetted ingredient suppliers. So we make sure that they deliver the quality, they have the right certification, and they have the right product capabilities and capacity to serve also the customer long term with the right quality.
Do you have like an onboarding team, or like how do you onboard like a new customer?
Yeah, so we have an onboarding team. The interesting part is that the food ingredient industry is by far digitized. So we normally need to go in. There needs to be a long description. There needs to be a short description. There needs to be pictures of products. There needs to be a collection of data sheets, of material safety sheets. So there's a lot of work that comes in when you want to come online. But that's where we have an onboarding team indeed that works with suppliers to put their products online.
Yeah, just out of curiosity. So today you are talking about ingredients. In future, will you ever integrate a co-manufacturer setup? For example, a lot of producers, they look for co-manufacturing capability, vendors who can produce ABC product. So
yeah, we get that question sometimes, indeed. We have on the platform, we have an area which is service providers that actually offers a connection with these service providers. That's something that is as a service, so we just connect them, and that way the customer can work with them directly, and we're not further involved. But it's an additional thing that we can do, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're
Let's
welcome.
give him
Thank
a warm
you
applause.
so much, Jasper.